What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of Game Nights. Today, this episode is sponsored by Whatnot.
Yeah, you've probably heard us talking on the podcast recently or on our social media about this really big event that's happening.
Oh, man.
Whatnot has teamed up with Post Malone, and they've chosen one lucky winner who's flying out to Los Angeles and playing against Posty in a 1v1 game of Commander. Actually, I think it's a match. I think it's 2 out of 3.
Okay, good.
But in any case, the stakes of the game are $100,000.
100,000 buckaroos going to the winner. This is truly going to be an epic event. They're streaming it live on the Whatnot app on August 11th. So if you want to watch it, make sure you download the app and you can follow @PostMalone. And oh boy, the stakes are just so high here.
It has to be the highest stakes game of Commander that's ever been played, right?
Yeah, except for obviously when we play Post.
Right, yeah, exactly. Game Night's very high stakes. Another exciting thing is that there's going to be a lot going on in that stream besides just that game. There's going to have other Magic influencers there, other people in the community.
Giveaways.
Jimmy and myself, will be there commentating the match. There's going to be a bunch of giveaways. You still have a chance to win stuff. So definitely tune in. Again, you need to download the Whatnot app. And if you go to postmalone.whatnot.com, that's going to give you the link to the stream August 11th. Like Jimmy said, you don't want to miss it. Make sure you're there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, I want to see the outcome.
Me too. $100,000. I've never seen anything like this before. Both the players are definitely going to bring their A game. And you know when Posty's involved, it's just going to be so entertaining on top of everything else that's happening.
And of course, we have to thank our other sponsors, channelfireball.com/command. That's the place you want to go to order your Magic singles products, anything at all. Dominaria United, right around the corner. Woo-hoo. If you haven't caught up from Commander Legends or any of the other sets that came out, Double Masters, still pretty, I haven't even gotten any Double Masters yet. So
what are you doing?
Yeah,
Channel Fireball and get those cards. And you can also just enter promo code command at checkout, make it easier. And the best part is you're shopping from local game stores around the country. So you're supporting people that really dedicate their lives to making, a great experience for you Magic players.
Yeah, and of course, once you get the cards, you want to keep them in pristine condition. You don't want them to get messed up or beat up. Ultra Pro products are the ones that Jimmy and I trust our own collections with. We can't recommend them highly enough. Eclipse sleeves, Satin Tower deck boxes, Mythic Collection stuff. They have awesome playmats. They have wall scrolls.
So cool.
We have wall scrolls all over the office because they really do sort of theme out whatever room you're in, show off your gamer spirit, your MTG fandom. Yeah. Ultra Pro really does make the best products though to protect all of your game pieces. Very important for Magic players.
And make sure you go to shop.ultrapro.com/command. They've got great deals there, and you can pick up just a huge array and assortment of product that's really going to make your Magic experience even better.
Yeah, shop.ultrapro.com/command is a game changer. They also have a ton of discounts all the time. They have sales all the time. So great deals there. Make sure you visit that.
All right. Well, we got a really exciting episode of Game Nights coming up featuring some players that, first time in.
Yeah, they're first time players on the show, but you've seen their names a lot, and you've probably seen them in a lot of our other content. Yeah, this is a pretty special episode. Well, we hope you enjoyed it. I don't want to spoil what it is, but you're about to find out.
Let's get into it.
How's it, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Game Nights. This is a really special one. There's a lot of people who work really hard behind the scenes to make this show possible, so we wanted to dedicate this episode to our hardworking crew. In fact, Jimmy and I, we're stepping aside. We're not going to be players in this game because we want to make room for a couple of people whose names you've probably seen in the opening credits. They're editors, they're directors, but they're also Commander players.
Hey everyone, I'm Jake. I've been a director here on Game Nights for over a year now. I'm also the post-production supervisor here at the Command Zone, which means I work closely with our whole team on all the cool content we produce here. I manage projects, I problem solve. You might say I'm a Jake of all trades.
Hey everyone, it's Josh Murphy, but you can call me Murph. I am the lead editor here on Game Nights, so it's our responsibility to take the hours and hours of footage and turn it into basically a TV show. Jake and I are used to being behind the scenes, so it'll be really interesting to be on this side of the camera for a change.
You guys got this under control, right?
Yep.
I can go now, take a nap.
Today, we're playing with tribal decks.
A tribal deck is a deck based all around one creature type. So it could be slivers,
Goblins,
Spirits,
vampires,
demons,
merfolk,
tree folk.
cephalids.
Cephalids.
Fine.
There are a lot of different options, but we chose some of the most popular ones to feature on the show today.
The tribe I built around is dragons, so naturally, my commander is the Dragon. dragons are big, powerful flyers that can take over the game. They're also pretty expensive, so I'm gonna use my commander's imminence ability to get them out as quickly as possible. With a board full of furious flyers, I'll take to the skies and fly over my enemies with a lethal dragon onslaught.
So the tribe I chose is ninjas. And my commander is Yuriko, the Tiger Shadow. Ninjas are stealthy attackers who can strike out of nowhere. My plan is to play unblockable creatures, then swap them out for ninjas, using their signature mechanic, ninjutsu. But I also need to be able to stack the top of my deck. So once my ninjas hit, Yuriko can do maximum damage to all of my opponents at once.
I chose to build around zombies, and my commander is Wilhelt the Rot Cleaver.
Strike us down and we shall rise back up.
The cool thing about zombies is they never stay dead, because I've got plenty of ways to bring those zombies back again. So I'm gonna play out powerful undead minions that I can sacrifice with Wilhelt to fill my hand and grow my shambling forces. With my value engines online, I'll have everything I need to send my enemies to the grave.
The tribe I picked was Elves, and my commander is Lathril, Blade of the Elves.
Tread these woods with care, for we are watching.
Elves are all about strength in numbers and working together. So my plan is to flood the board with elves that can create elf tokens. Once I've assembled the elven masses, Lathril can drain out my opponents and my squad can go crush them in combat.
All right, let's play.
Let's do this.
For the elves!
You can't kill me if I'm already dead.
Welcome to the table, everyone!
Yay! This is weird.
This is exciting.
But, as is tradition, you must be knighted.
Here we go.
Will you do the honors?
Absolutely! All right, Murph, I dub thee Sir Murph. Arise!
Thank you for this honor, Ladee Danger.
Oh, my pleasure.
And I dub thee Sir Jake. Arise.
I'll spend it wisely.
Hope so.
I don't know what that means.
Welcome to Game Nights!
Only
one may stand.
All right, everyone ready?
Let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's go.
All right, I will start. I will draw for turn. I'll play a Clearwater Pathway, and I will play a Sensei's Divining Top.
Oh,
There we go.
Murph.
Looks good.
Sensei's Divining Top is one of the best top deck manipulators in the game, and it's perfect for this Yuriko deck because once I do get Yuriko out and I can start getting some of those triggers going, I'll be able to fix the top of my library and do as much damage as I can. All right, and I'll pass.
All right, I will draw for a turn, and I'm gonna play a Watery Grave tapped. Go ahead, lady.
Very nice.
I will draw for my turn. I will play a Yavimaya Cradle of Growth. Each land is a forest in addition to other types. You're welcome.
Great.
And then I will play a Llanowar Elves. And I'll pass the turn to you, Jake.
All right, here we go. Showtime. I will draw for turn. I will play a swamp, and I'm going to start off the party with a Crypt Breaker.
Whoa.
Very zombie. My plan is to slowly amass a lot of value, and that's exactly what this card does. It's a really consistent engine to help you draw cards and make more bodies. So overall, this is a perfect turn one for me. And that's all I'm gonna do. I'll pass to you, Murph.
All right, I'll untap. I will draw. Okay, I'll play Swamp. Then I'll play a Baleful Strix. When it enters the battlefield, I will draw a card.
Nice.
I love Baleful Strix in this game. It's great early on because it provides a target for being ninjutsu'd back to my hands, but also it's a flying, death-touching blocker, so hopefully that'll keep Ashlen's dragons at bay while I continue to do the sneaky ninja things. And I can't do anything beyond that, so I'll pass to you, Ashlen.
All right, great. I will untap my land and draw. I'll play a Schwamp, and then I will tap 2 and play Scaled Nurturer.
So many early creatures.
My commander is 9 CMC. If I ever want to get it out, I'm going to need a lot of mana, so ramping, kind of important for my deck.
Not too
Then
shabby.
I'll pass turn.
All right, I will draw for my turn. I'm gonna play a Swamp, and then I will play an Elvish War Master.
Oh, yikes.
This is an amazing card in an Elf Ball deck because it's gonna keep making me more elves. If it goes unnoticed, I can get a lot of value out of it in a few turns.
This card is good now, and it's gonna be good later. Or that activated ability is gonna pump the team and make them huge. So this could represent a lot of damage.
I will also play an Arbor Elf.
The Elf Ball's happening.
When that enters the battlefield, I'll make a 1/1 Elf Warrior creature token. And I'll pass the turn to you, Jake.
All right, I'll untap and draw for turn. I'm gonna play an island, and then I'll play a Soul Ring.
That's real commander.
And then I will play a Fleshbag Marauder. When that enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature.
No.
Jake. Why though?
It's always great to play this card when your opponents only have one creature out, because it doesn't give them a choice of what to sacrifice. So I'm gonna sacrifice the Fleshbag Marauder.
I'm going to sacrifice the Baleful Strix.
I'm gonna sacrifice my Scaled Nurturer.
I'll just get rid of this elf warrior.
Well, that stinks.
Yep.
I'm just trying to get you guys back to my speed.
This sucks. The person who is ramping into a giant elf ball is barely affected by this, Jake. She's gonna be able to replace that elf very easily. This is nothing to her.
I will go to combat. Then Murph, I'm gonna swing my Crypt Breaker at you for 1.
Well, given that I no longer have any blockers, Jake, I will take 1 damage. Going to 39.
And then I will pass the turn to you.
All right, I will untap. I will draw. My board looking a lot more sad. All right, I'll play a Command Tower. I will tap 2, play a Dimir Signet.
There you go.
Tap those 2 for an Arcane Signet.
Oh, okay. Murph on the road again.
So my deck really should be attacking, getting those Yuriko triggers going, doing damage to everybody. But now, without an evasive creature, I can't ninjutsu out Yuriko. So I just have to deploy some mana ramp and hope that I can draw an evasive creature next turn. And then I will pass the turn.
All right, I'm gonna untap my board and draw for turn. I'll play a Marsh Flats, and I'll immediately crack that. Going to 39. And I'll get a Temple Garden.
Sure.
That'll come into the battlefield untapped. So I'll lose 2 life and go to 37. I'm gonna pay 3, and I will play Kodama's Reach.
Nice.
So I'll get 2 mountains. One will go into my hand, and the other straight onto the battlefield tapped. All right, that's my turn. Go ahead, lady. It's not great that I don't have a blocker anymore, so I am gonna be taking probably most of the aggression, but I'm holding out for the late game.
Untap and draw for my turn. So Murph ramped, Ashlen's ramping. It looks like they're just trying to rebuild here, and I'm ready to go. Beep, beep. I'm gonna play an Overgrown Tomb. Untap, taking 2, going to 38. And then I'll go ahead and bring my commander out.
Tread these woods with care, for we are watching.
Ooh. So rather than being a big mana deck, this is all revolving around my commander and its ability. I can drain each player at the table for 10 every time I activate it. So I don't have the 10 yet, but in a couple turns, I'm gonna have all the gas I need to get this engine going. That will trigger my Elvish War Master. So I will get a Elf Warrior.
So how many elves is that right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hamina.
Nothing crazy's happening.
The fact that Ladee has engines for creating a ton of elves is making me nervous. She only has to activate her commander's ability a couple of times for it to really matter.
Jake, I'm coming at you with the Elvish War Master, and Ashlen, I will come at you with the Arbor Elf.
Okay, I have no blocks, so I will take 2 and go to 38.
I have no blocks either, so I will take 1, going to 36.
I'll pass turn to you, Jake.
Untap and draw for turn. So I'm looking at this board right now, and Ladee is the clear threat. I'm hoping that the other players notice this and they decide that they're gonna point any threats that they have at her, but that might require a little bit of convincing. I got a couple of options here. I could start handling Ladee's board or advancing my board, but she's got so many pieces. Is anybody able to interact with her at all right now?
No.
Not at all?
I got set pretty far back, Jake.
Yeah.
Guess who did that, Jake?
You did.
And I'll do it again.
So Jake's kind of talking here. It's sounding kind of like he has removal and he's not sure if he should play it, but I'm not really willing to give him anything if he does want to use it. Besides, it's not like I can really offer anything at this point anyway.
All right, I'm gonna start off by playing a Sunken Hollow, and then I will tap 5 and cast the Scarab God.
Holy moly.
I've seen this card on game nights before, and it is nasty. The main thing to be concerned about is that activated ability. With that, he can steal stuff from every graveyard, including mine, which might have big dragons in it at some point. I don't want that.
So now that I'm all big and scary, I'm gonna hold back my Crypt Breaker as a blocker, so Murph, I'm gonna pass to you.
All right, Jake, on your end step, I'm gonna activate my top. I'll go top 3 cards.
Oh, that's a good face. Those don't seem like very good choices, Murph.
I'll order it like this.
Yeah.
And then I'll go to my turn. I will untap. I will draw.
Surprise.
How did that get there? I'm going to cast a Ginger Brute.
Eat this!
Here we go.
A creature with unblockability is exactly what I need right now. Plus, it has haste. I'm not behind as far as I would have been if I drew any other creature. I'm actually right back on my game plan, so this is perfect. Then I will go to combat.
Where's Cookie Man going?
Gingerbrute is going to be going at Ashlen.
No blocks.
So because there have been no blocks, I will pay 2 mana and Commander Ninjutsu Yuriko.
Whoa.
Yep.
Scary.
We all suffer for this.
So Yuriko's going to be getting through.
Oh, geez.
So Yuriko makes me kind of nervous. On one hand, it's really inconvenient to lose a lot of life. On the other hand, is kind of net positive for me. I'm already gonna plan on draining everyone, but maybe it'll take a little heat off of me if I can point that animosity towards Murph.
So go to damage.
All right, I will take 1. Going to 35.
Nice. That's going to trigger Yuriko, and I'm going to reveal the top card of my deck.
Oh no.
You lose life equal to its mana value. Chain of Vapor.
I feel like that's good news and bad news.
All right, so we all lose 1.
Yep, everyone loses 1.
I'll go to 34.
I'll go to 37.
And I will also go to 37.
And Chain of Vapor will go into my hand.
Not bad. We all take 1 damage, but this card can set me back so much if I tap out for one of my big dragons. It's gonna waste my entire turn. So now I have to play around that.
Then I'll recast my Gingerbrute.
Bite me!
Then for my lands, I will play this Demir Aqueduct. Bouncing the swamp. And that's it. Your go, Ashlen.
All right, I'm going to untap my lands and I will draw for turn. And then I'm gonna tap 3 and I'll cast Cultivate. I will get a forest and a plains. The plains will come into play tapped and the forest will come into my hand.
Not too shabby.
Okay, so far, I have just been ramping. And I'll probably take some damage from everybody's creatures, but that's okay because I know once my dragons start dropping, is gonna be lit. All right, and then I will pass my turn. Go ahead, lady.
Lots of manas over there.
Dang, I will untap my board here and draw my card for turn. I don't know. I don't trust you all anymore.
Only one may stand.
That's true. At the beginning of this, we all agreed.
Only one may stand.
I will tap my Yavimaya and a swamp, and I'll play Miara, Thorn of the Glade. Sweet. So I played this card because I'm no fool. I understand that I'm gonna become the archenemy here. So if they are gonna remove my stuff, I'm at least gonna try to get as much value on it as possible. When that enters the battlefield, that will trigger Elvish Warmaster. I will create another 1/1 Elf Warrior creature token.
Yikes.
All right, Ashlen, I'm gonna come at you with Lathril.
All right, I have no blocks. So I'll take 2. Going to 32.
And when my commander deals damage to you, that will trigger its ability. So I will make 2 1/1 Elf Warrior creature tokens.
Very nice.
We're getting a lot closer to that 10 now.
Yeah, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 besides Lathril.
Yikes.
And I'll pass the turn to you, Jake.
Oh, this is really scary. Lady just needs 2 more elves to activate her commander, and that's going to be bad for everyone.
So Lady's almost at that critical mass of elves, but honestly, I'm not really concerned. It's only 10 life. We all start with 40. So it's gonna be a couple activations of Lathril before I'm actually starting to get worried about this.
I'll untap, and on my upkeep, the Scarab God will trigger, so everybody will lose 1 life.
I'll go to 38.
I'll go to 31.
I'll go to 36.
And I will scry 1, and I will leave that card on top, and then I will draw it for turn. Murph, let's talk.
All right.
What are you up to?
I mean, hopefully attack and get some Yuriko damage in.
You gonna be messing with my stuff?
I might.
You might. So at this point, I know that Murph has that Chain of Vapor from earlier, and he could use that to bounce Lathril before it gets to Lady's turn. So I'm trying to put feelers out there and get him to use it on Lady because I feel like that's the optimal thing to do for me. Luckily, a lot of my stuff can happen at instant speed.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is just play an island, hold up blockers, and pass the turn.
That's interesting.
This may not look like anything now, but don't be fooled. Jake can activate the Scarab God at any moment. There's something tricky going on. I'm gonna have to keep my eye on him.
On your end step, Jake, I'm gonna activate Sensei's Divining Top. The top 3 cards, and I'll put it back like that. Then I'll go to my turn. I will untap, and then I'm going to draw a card for turn. Hey, howdy, hey. Okay, I'm gonna cast Arcane Adaptation.
Fancy.
I will choose Ninjas.
Oh, so that Gingerbrute is now a ninja.
Yes.
Pretty good.
In this deck, I have a lot of creatures that can't be blocked, have some sort of evasion, but aren't ninjas themselves. But with my Arcane Adaptation, now they're all ninjas. And more Yuriko triggers is how I hopefully win this game. Then I will go to combat. I'm gonna attack Ashlen with both Yuriko and the Gingerbrute.
Yep, I mean, I have no blocks.
Go to damage, unless anybody wants to do anything about that. Y'all seem to be holding up mana for things.
All right, since those are both unblocked and they're both going to trigger Yuriko, I will tap 4 and activate the Scarab God, bringing back Fleshbag Marauder.
Dun, dun, dun.
So now, when it enters the battlefield, each player sacrifices a creature.
Jake, why are you doing this now? Ashlen's about to play big scary dragons. Why not save the Fleshbag Marauder for that? I don't know, that makes the most sense to me.
So the Yuriko triggers are definitely going to go off one way or another. You can't undo that, but you can diminish the effects of it.
I will sacrifice the Gingerbread.
I will sacrifice nothing because I have nothing.
I will sacrifice an elf warrior.
And I'll sacrifice the Fleshbag Marauder to itself because I want to keep the Crit Breaker.
Makes sense.
This is the one time that the Scarab God does something good. Every Yuriko trigger is scary, so cutting the risk in half is a really good thing.
When that dies, it'll trigger Miara. So I will tap my Llanowar Elves. I will lose 1 life, going to 35, and I will draw my card.
Very cool.
Combat damage?
Yeah, go to damage.
I have no blocks. I'll take 1, going to 30.
All right, Yuriko trigger, reveal top card of my deck. Throat Slitter. Oh. That is 5 mana.
I will lose 5, go to 30.
I will go to 25.
And I'm going to 32.
Cool, and Throat Slitter will go into my hand.
Wow, a Throat Slitter. Not very scary at all. It can only hit non-black things. Look at my board. All of my stuff is black right now. So this will probably hit one of Ashlen's dragons or something. I don't know, I'll take it.
Then, second main, I'm going to cast the Slither Blade.
Oh, hate that.
With the Arcane Adaptation, it allows me to go wide. I can just play my cheap, unblockable creatures and not have to bounce them back to my hands to get a Yuriko trigger. It's pretty good stuff. Then I'm going to play an island, tap the island, cast Preordain, scry 2, draw a card. I'll put 1 on the bottom and 1 of these on the top.
Sure.
Then I'll draw a card. Then I will tap 1 more mana for a Mistcloak Herald.
Another can't be blocked.
Another can't be blocked. So we're getting some Yuriko triggers no matter what here. And then I think I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. I'll pass the turn to you, Ashlen.
I'm gonna untap my lands and draw for turn. All right, so we've been training all the dragons. I have just been ramping, so it's time to kick him out of the nest. And then I'll play Dragon Lord Dramoka.
Okay, I do not like the Dragon Lord Dramoka. The important part about this card is not being able to cast spells on Ashlen's turn. I still have that Chain of Vapor in my hand. I want to be able to react to threats as they come. But now, if she plays a big dragon with haste and swings it at me, there's nothing I can do about that. I hate this a lot. Ashlen, you want to play something else instead?
No.
Okay.
All right, and yeah, that's my turn. I'll pass to you, lady.
Excellent. I will untap my cards here, and I will draw for turn. I will play a Swamp. All right, Ashlen, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I'm gonna hit you with Lathril for 2.
I don't have 2 blockers, so I'll take 2. Going to 23.
Man, Ashlen, you're just a punching bag
I
for
know.
this entire game.
When my commander hits you, that will trigger. I will get 2 more 1/1 green elf warriors. When those enter the battlefield, that will trigger Elvish Warmaster. So I will get 1 more elf.
All right, well, that's a lot of elves.
Murph,
Hi, how you doing today?
you're such a nice guy.
Lady, I appreciate you saying that about me.
Since
how I feel
you,
about it.
Sir Murph, have the highest life total. I'm gonna play Shaman of the Pack. Oh,
Fine, how much is it?
so I have 12 elves,
So I will be losing 12 life.
12 life.
All right, I'll take 12, go to 26. Come on, lady, what the heck? I feel like, even though I haven't done much this game, the threat of Yuriko triggers is just so scary to everybody. Even though I've done like 10 damage at most this game, that's nothing.
So I plan to take everyone out all at once if I can. So bringing down Murph closer to everybody else's life total makes that much easier for me.
All right, I would like to have a conversation with you two.
Hello, Jake.
So at this point, her board is pretty crazy, and she has the ability to slam dunk that second Lathril ability.
Yes.
Ow.
So between this card and my Scarab God, I can make her lose around 14 life.
So Jake says that he's gonna be able to deal a pretty good amount of damage to Lady. So I'm intrigued. I mean, what are you asking from me, Jake? What are you asking from us?
The Chain of Vapor mana that you got held up there.
Yeah.
If you were to use that for Sensei's Divining Top to maybe dig a little bit deeper and figure out what's on top, maybe we might be able to assess our chances at killing her. So between the cards in my hand and Murph's Yuriko triggers, he might be able to stack his deck so that it does maximum damage, and between the two of us, we could just take her out. It's a long shot, but it's definitely possible. But if we don't kill her after I do the thing that I'm going to do, she's going to be in a very scary position. So if you can put 9 up top.
I mean, it's doable. I can send both of my attackers at her and do my best with my top to make her lose as much life as possible.
I don't really understand what deal they're trying to make here. All I know is it seems to revolve around Sensei's divining top, and if it makes a complicated decision easier, I'm gonna help him out a little bit. What if there's a world where Murph doesn't have top?
Come on.
I'm gonna Assassin's Trophy Murph's Sensei's divining top.
Why are you the way that you are?
Because I'm mean and green, baby.
Why am I getting punished for Jake's plan? We haven't even accepted any deals yet. Back, Ladee Danger. In response, I will activate the first ability on the top to look at the top 3.
Here we go. The moment of truth.
These cards are bud.
Yeah, but are they big butt?
Usually big butts don't get a side.
I don't love the top 3 cards, so I am a little bit tempted to shuffle here. Just go get the lands, let the Sensei's top die. But if I do that, then I won't have the ability to manipulate the top of my library later on in the game. And that's just too important to let go. I think I do want to keep the top. So I'll activate the second ability of the top to draw a card and put the Sensei's Divining Top on top. So now because Sensei's Divining Top isn't a legal target anymore, Assassin's Trophy fizzles, and so none of the actions take place. I do not get a land.
Well, I didn't get rid of the top for good, but at least they aren't talking about killing me anymore. Sure, I could have hit something else with this, but I kind of enjoyed just sending a message. Does it actually make sense? I'll go ahead and pass the turn.
All right, on your end step, I will activate my Crypt Breaker, discarding Undead Augur, and I'll create a 2/2 black zombie.
Sure.
Then I will untap, and on my upkeep, Scarab God will trigger. I've got 2 zombies, so each opponent will lose 2 life, and I will scry 2.
Nice.
I'll go to 21.
I'll go to 24.
I'll go to 28.
So I will leave these 2 on top, and then I will draw my card for turn. Okay, I'm gonna pull the same move I did before, unless, Murph, you're feeling good about what's on top of your library.
Oh, they're bad.
We're not gonna have enough to take her out?
No, not even close.
All right, so then this move that I have is definitely a bad idea.
Interesting.
All right, I'm gonna pass.
Jake's over here talking about how to get me out this way, how to get me out this way, and he just passes the turn. He didn't do anything. It's making me a little nervous.
I will untap. I will draw that Sensei's Divining Top. Place 1. Cast Sensei's Divining Top. Activate the top.
Hoping for something good there for your Yurikos, Murph.
Yeah, it's all bad. It's all bad, all bad. Back like that. Well, I'll go to combat, and I will attack Ladee Danger with both of my unblockable dudes. So no blocks?
No blocks.
Excellent. Then I will ninjutsu Nashi Moonsage Scion.
Ooh, that's bad.
This is one of the coolest ninjas that has been printed in recent years. My life total's still relatively healthy, so even if I hit something big off of the Nashi trigger, I'll probably choose to use my life as a resource and just cast it. Not having to pay mana for spells, very powerful. All right, go to damage.
I will take 4, going to 24.
Okay. And then we'll do the 2 Yuriko triggers first. So first reveal. It's a Sol Ring. Everyone take 1.
I'll go to 20.
I'll go to 23.
And I'm at 31.
Goes to hands. And then the second card, Odawara, Soaring City. It is a land, so everyone takes no damage.
Love to see it.
Even though I've had the Sensei's Divining Top this whole time, I've just not been able to get good hits off of this Yuriko trigger. It's tragic. And then Nashi will trigger. So everybody exile a top card.
Yep.
Team lands over here.
Love that.
Yep.
So Relentless Dead is the only spell?
Yeah. Okay, well this isn't great. The Relentless Dead isn't too shabby. Like, it's a ninja that has menace, but I don't know, I was kind of hoping for more. So I'll go to second main, and I suppose I will cast the Relentless Dead. I will pay 2 life to do it. Going to 22, and everything else remains exiled. Gonna tap 1, cast the Slither Blade again, and that appears to be all I can do. So, Ashlen, Godspeed, best of luck.
All right, I will untap my lands and I will draw for turn. All right, I'm gonna play Tarka World Render.
Wow.
With this card giving double strike to all my dragons, this really makes my deck pack a punch. And lady, I got my eye on you.
Where's that going?
Right?
Not that we can do anything about it, because we can't cast
Exactly.
spells on your turn, but...
If I attack Ladee, will I get a turn of not being attacked?
Interesting.
Okay, so Ashlen says as long as I don't attack her, she's gonna go deal with Ladee. I haven't been attacking this whole game, so I'm good with that.
I would like to keep my life total as healthy as possible. Choosing who to attack with the unblockable dudes, it doesn't really matter that much. So I'll happily attack Jake and Ladee if it means that I don't get swung at with a big dragon this turn.
From me, yeah.
I mean, yeah, I can't guarantee the Yuriko damage.
No, I know that. That's why I said
damage,
it,
but-
attack.
Yeah.
Great. I'll move to combat, and then Ladee, I'm going to send Dragonlord Jamoka at you. And because of Atarka, Dragonlord Jamoka will have double strike.
All right, I will take 10. Going to 13.
I will gain 10, going to 30. That's all I can do, so I will pass turn. Go ahead, Ladee. Do your worst.
So I'm down to 13, but my board is still intact, which I'm quite frankly surprised about because everybody's been talking about killing me. I still have enough elves to activate my commander, so maybe I can get some of that life back. Oh, untap?
And on your upkeep,
Yep.
I'm gonna cast Infernal Grasp, targeting Lathril.
Nice.
So maybe I held this for too long. I couldn't have played it during Ashlen's turn because of the Jamoka. Ladee is for sure gonna get an activation of that Lathril, but it is what it is. I just want to stop the aggression of the elves.
In response, I will activate Lathril.
So it begins.
So each opponent loses 10 life, and I gain 10 life.
All right, so I'll go to 21.
I'll take 10, go to 12.
I'll go to 20.
I'll gain 10, go to 23.
So I know I wasn't super scared about that Lathril activation earlier, but the game has progressed a good ways, and now I'm at 12. If somebody just throws a dragon my way, throws a few zombies my way, I just die. So I have to be really careful about what I do from here on out.
All right, and then Infernal Grasp will resolve. So Lathril will die, and I will lose 2 life. Going to 19.
And I will put Lathril back in the command zone.
And then go to your draw step?
Yeah, can I draw my card?
I think that'd be fine.
Okie dokie. Play my land for turn, and then I'm gonna pass my turn.
Really?
Yep.
Scary lady. She's passing the turn here with open mana and not playing more elves and rebuilding the board at all. I'm nervous about what's in her hand, but I'm really hoping we can get around it. All right, on your end step, I will activate the Scarab God, targeting Undead Augur in my graveyard. Bringing it back as a 4/4 zombie this time.
Oh, jeez.
And then I'm going to activate the second ability on my Crypt Breaker, tapping 3 untapped zombies I control to draw a card and lose a life. And I'll go to 18. Then I will untap. On my upkeep, Scarab God will trigger. And I control 3 zombies this time, so I will scry 3, and everybody loses 3.
I'll take 3, go to 9.
I'll go to 17.
I'll take 3 and go to 20.
So I'll put these 2 on top, and this one on the bottom. Then I will draw per turn. According to the board, I would say Ladee's scarier to me.
But he's gonna flip whatever is gonna be in there.
Yeah.
I'm scared of the Ur Dragon that's coming next turn.
There's an Ur Dragon coming next turn as well.
I have to
can't
have a
do
land.
That's true.
Okay, sorry gang, this is
I understand.
rough. So at this point, there are a lot of deadly threats out there for me, and if anyone wants to just deal with me casually, they can. So I've got to find a way to occupy everybody else's time taking out a player that isn't me. Ladee Danger already looks like somebody that we probably want to take out, but maybe I can make her somebody we definitely want to take out.
Do-do-do, just another day being Jared Carthalion and... Oh,
Tis I, thine ancestor, Karth the Lion.
oh, cool, man. What's up?
What is up is that the month is August, National Hair Loss Awareness Month, so I bear an important message from Keeps. You see, male pattern baldness runs in our family, but while it may be in your genes, it need not be in your future.
Oh, sweet.
With forewarning like this, most hair loss can be prevented and treated. Whether you seek to stop hair loss or simply better tend to thine mane, Keeps has you covered.
Sick. How do I do it?
Online! Keeps offers convenient virtual doctor consultations and medications are sent straight to your home. Plus, treatments start at only $10 a month, so do as I have done and sign up post-haste!
Will do, Ghost Grandpa. So, you want to hang?
It's just that, I have, ghost business? Yeah, I have to go.
Totally. Peace out.
If you're ready to take action and prevent hair loss, go to keeps.com/knights to receive your first month of treatment for free. That's keeps.com/knights with a K to get your first month free. Keeps.com/knights. Hey everyone, today we want to talk to you about our sponsor, RAYCON wireless earbuds.
Yeah, we've done a lot of really fun sketches about Raycons over the years, but we also want you to know that it's a great product that we actually use.
Yeah, I listen to a ton of music and podcasts, and Raycons are great while you're working out or walking your dog.
I'm sure you know that quality is super important to us here at the Command Zone across the board in everything we create and endorse, and Raycons really deliver. In fact, I like mine so much that I often give them as gifts to people, like my nieces and nephews, because they want something cool, but they're also kids. So Raycons are perfect because they're inexpensive, even though they sound really, really great. And so when my nieces and nephews inevitably lose or destroy them, it's not that big of a deal. In fact, it's almost good because then I have something to get them for their next birthday or Christmas or whatever.
Well, seriously though, at half the price of other premium brands, Raycons are the best bang for your buck. Plus, their everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever.
So whether you're listening at work, the gym, or out in the world, they'll stay comfortable and never fall out of your ears no matter how much you shake things up.
And Raycons have 8 hours of playtime and a 32-hour battery life, so you can spend all day listening to whatever you want.
Like your favorite Commander podcast.
Yeah, or us.
Hey, that's what I meant when I said Commander podcast.
There's other really good ones out there.
That's a good point.
Right now, fans of Game Nights can get 15% off their Raycon order at buyraycon.com/nights. That's buyraycon.com/nights. Nights with a K to save 15% on Raycons. Again, buyraycon.com/nights.
I've got something nasty.
Oh God.
I'm gonna tap 3, and I'm gonna cast Pact of the Serpent.
Sure.
So this card would normally just draw me a couple of cards, make me lose a couple of life, but anytime something says target player on it, it gets me thinking. I'm gonna choose Elves, targeting Ladee Danger.
Nani?
So you've got 11 Elves, you're gonna draw 11 cards and lose 11 life.
Oh, you're giving me 11 cards. Excellent.
Jake, what are you doing? I know we want to deal damage, but this is not the way to do it.
I will take 11 going down to 9.
And then you're gonna draw 11 cards.
Enjoy the internet, Jake.
Oh, Jake, why do this? She's got mana up. She already had a plan for what she was gonna do. This seems like probably the worst play of the game.
Before, it was kind of arguable whether or not Ladee was too dangerous to be left alive. Now the other players must deal with her, leaving me to just sit back and continue to build my zombie army. For not doing much, I'm ending up being quite the puppeteer of this game. And I'm not gonna change my moves now. I'm gonna hold up blockers, slash my draw engine, and pass the turn.
And step, I'll activate Sensei's Divining Top. Go top 3 cards. I'll put them back like this. Go to my turn. Untap, I'll draw. Okay, I'm gonna go to combat. Jake, I'm gonna attack you with the 2/1/1s that can't be blocked. Ladee, I'm gonna attack you with the Relentless Stead, the Yuriko, and the Nashi.
Okay, so Murph is attacking me with things that he doesn't think I can block, but thanks to Jake, I might be able to change that. So in response to your attacks, Murph,
Okay.
I'm gonna play Elven Ambush.
Whoa!
Get it!
All right, Lady. In response to that, I'm gonna activate Sensei's Divining Top. I'll go to the top 3. All right, well, I'll put it back like that. No counter spells or anything, so that resolves. That's so many elves. So now she can just block all my stuff, negate any Yuriko triggers that would get through on her side, and kill any of my attackers if she wants to. This is awful. Hate this.
She got a board now. Oh no!
You got a board now.
Oh lordy, she might kill your stuff.
I might have handed Ladee this game.
So go to blocks.
I'll block with 7 of my elves, 2, 3, and 2.
Okay, so Relentless Stead, Yuriko, and Nashi will die. Sad.
This worked out pretty all right for me. I got to kill all the stuff Murph was attacking me with, which means less Yuriko triggers. I think I'm okay right now.
And then I'm not gonna block Slitherblade or Mistcloaked Herald, so I'm gonna take 2. And I'm at 16.
But when damage happens, Yuriko is still on the field, so there are 2 Yuriko triggers. We'll do the first one, which is Silver Fur Master.
Ooh.
That's 2 to everybody.
I'll go to 15.
I'll take 2 and go to 7.
And I'm at 14.
And then Silver Fur Master will go into my hands. And then other Yuriko trigger on the stack, I'm gonna top.
Yikes.
Top 3. So something kind of cool that I can do is I can activate the top in response to a Yuriko trigger on the stack. Lets me dig a little bit deeper. Maybe I can find something good. And I'll put it back like that. And I'll reveal a 1 mana card. So everyone takes another one.
I'll take 1 going to 14.
I'll take 1 going to 6.
And I'm at 13.
And Silver Raven will go into my hand.
And Ladee has 1,000,000 cards and 1,000,000 creatures.
You have done this yourself. Ugh. All right, second main, damage control time. All right, tap my Dimir Aqueduct for 2, play Soul Ring. I'm floating to blue, I'll play Silver Raven. It's a 1/1 flyer, very important right now. When it enters the battlefield, I'll scry 1 to the bottom.
You know what? It's just a flyer. That card would be really annoying, but I have so much damage on board. My Atarka has trample. I'm not worried about it.
Then I'll tap another 2 for Silver Fur Master. So all my other creatures get +1/+1 because of Arcane Adaptation. And that's it. I can't cast spells on your turn, Ashlen, so go for it.
So I'm about to untap, and if I draw a land, I'm gonna be able to cast my commander and deal a ton of damage. All right, I'm gonna untap all my lands, and then I'm going to draw for turn. Let me tell you, I didn't draw a land.
Oh, so no Ur-Dragon this turn?
Bad news, I didn't draw a land, so I can't cast my commander. But I do have a backup plan. All right, I'm gonna play Sarkhan's Triumph.
Oh, Dragon Tutor.
There we go.
I'm going to search for a dragon card. It's gonna be Hellkite Courser,
Okay, then.
and I'll put it into my hand. And then I will play Hellkite Courser. And then when it enters the battlefield, I get to put my commander onto the battlefield too. Woo! Spicy!
This ends up better for her than if she drew a land and was able to hardcast it. Because now it's gonna have haste. Yeah, she loses it at the end of her turn, but a big 10/10 flyer in the air with that ability, that's about as bad as it gets.
All right, I'm gonna move to combat.
Yep.
Everyone's got threats on the board, but Ladee is most certainly the biggest threat right now. That many cards with a board like that, we cannot allow her to untap. I will declare attacks. Murph, Atarka is going to attack you.
Yeah.
Ladee, Dramoka is going to attack you. And Jake, the Ur-Dragon, is attacking you. On attack, Atarka is going to trigger, and everything will have double strike.
Not good. I was hoping that Ashlen can now see that other people are possibly a higher priority to deal with than me. But unfortunately, she's swinging out at everybody. And even though I drew all those cards, there is nothing that I can do.
And then the Ur-Dragon will trigger, and I will draw a card for each dragon attacking.
So 3?
Yep. Then I'll put a permanent into play. I'm going to put Sarkhan Unbroken into play.
Oh! That's pretty good.
This card is great for me because it's going to not only give me card draw, it's also going to allow me to have more mana. Or I can also just make more dragons. Yep, so go to blocks.
Jake, you want to do something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who can do something because of that Dramoka. I'm gonna activate the Scarab God, targeting the Baleful Strix in Murph's graveyard. So I'll get a token copy of it, except it's a 4/4 black zombie, and when it enters the battlefield, I will draw a card. I can't believe everything is working out like this. She's about to take out my 2 opponents and leave me alive. Because yes, I've got a 10/10 double strike coming at me, but I've got the Baleful Strix, so that's not a problem for me. I'll just chump block. And then I will block the Ur-Dragon with my Baleful Strix.
Okay, damage is in the air right now. Ashlen, I think correctly, perceives Ladee as a big enough threat that she just has to go. And then she sends the Ur-Dragon at Jake. Because, of course, she's got me dead on board. Atarka has trample, and I can't cast spells on her turn. So why would she send another attacker my way? So before damage, I'm gonna tap 4, I'm gonna channel Odawara.
Wow.
Oh.
Technically, it's not a spell. I will discard it to return Atarka back to your hand.
No, I forgot about the Odawara.
We even saw it from Yuriko earlier. It's like the perfect card for the perfect situation. Murph's gonna live.
I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself right now.
All right, well, I can't do anything about that then.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm alive. I'm alive. Everyone thought I was dead. They had written me off. But no, I'm still in it. I'm still kicking.
The upside here is at least I'm taking Ladee out. All right, damage.
On first strike damage, the Baleful Strix will die. And when that dies, that'll trigger Undead Augur, and I'll lose a life and draw a card. Going to 12.
And then I will take 10.
We'll miss you.
And then I will die. So then I die to a dragon.
And then I will gain 10 from Dramoka, going to 24.
So now we're down to 3 players, and I think Ashlen's still in the lead. She does have quite a few dragons on board, but it's not the worst. Maybe I can deploy some more flyers, get rid of a couple of them, and then we're back in business. I'm actually feeling like I'm in a pretty good position.
I'm gonna -2 Sarkin and create a 4/4 dragon. And then I'm going to play a land for turn, untapped, going to 22.
Cool.
And then I'm going to Swords to Plowshares the Scarab God.
Oh, come on.
Ooh.
The one way I see Jake getting back into this game is that Scarab God. It's threatening a lot of damage, and that activation is still problematic, so I'm just gonna get rid of it now.
Yeah, that resolves. It will get exiled, and I will gain 5 life. Going to 17. This kind of makes sense here because removing any single piece on Murph's board doesn't do much. So why not go after the big nasty thing on my board that's been doing all the work this game while I'm tapped out. But now I'm gonna have to figure out another plan.
And on my end step, because of Hellkite Courser, I have to return the Ur-Dragon back to the command zone.
Thanks for stopping by.
All right, that's my turn. Go ahead, Jake. Okay, everyone's got threats on the board. I know I can deal with Jake. It's Murph I'm not sure about because of his commander. I just need them to focus on each other so that I can put together enough dragons to kill them both at the same time.
On your end step, I'm gonna activate Crypt Breaker, and I'll lose a life and draw a card. Then I will untap. On my upkeep, nothing happens because I don't have my Scarab God no more, and I'll draw for turn.
You drew something nice, huh?
I did.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap 2 and cast Dimir Signet, but I'm gonna immediately tap it and cast Hordewing Scob. Other zombies I control have flying.
Okay, this is a problem. Not only does Ashlen have all flyers, but now Jake has all flyers. I still have some removal in my hand, but I was hoping to use it on all of Ashlen's dragons, but I might have to point some at this.
My deck is all about big damage with evasion. Now, there's no evasion.
Now that I have a bunch of flying blockers, I'm just gonna pass the turn.
Yeah, that checks out.
For the first time in this game, I'm starting to feel pretty stable. I've got a lot of blockers in the air now, and my life total is pretty healthy, so maybe I've actually got a chance here.
Then I'll go to my turn, I'll untap everything, draw for turn. Crap, now what? Now what? I got another turn, but now what? Oh my goodness. I think before attacking, I'm gonna top once again. I just have to know. What is there?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Interesting.
So throughout this whole game, I've been trying to read Murph's face for cues as to what's on top of his deck, and I've got a really bad feeling about what we see here.
I'm just trying to mess with him. I have so much nothing. And I'm going to attack Ashlen with the Slither Blade, Jake with the Mistcloak Herald.
No blocks.
And no blocks from you, Ashlen?
Correct.
I do have the option to ninjutsu out Yuriko here, but contrary to how I acted, I don't have anything good at the top of my deck. So I think my best chance at coming out ahead is to get rid of some of the scarce things on the board. So because there have been no blocks for Ashlen, I'm going to ninjutsu out the Mistblade Shinobi, bounce the Slither Blade back to my hand, and then for Jake, I will ninjutsu out a Throat Slitter, returning Mistcloaked Herald to my hands.
So we're not doing Yuriko triggers.
Correct.
Crazy. I may be a lot worse at reading Murph than I thought. I really thought the top of the deck was gonna be something good. This kind of makes me rethink all the nice things he said about me.
All right, damage happens. 2 damage at you, Ashlen.
Right, and I can't block it, so I will take 2, going to 20.
When that deals damage, I will return the Dragon Lord Jamoka back to your hand.
Not good.
And then Jake, Throat Slitter, 3 damage coming at you.
I'll take 3, going to 13.
When that deals combat damage, I'll blow up the Hordewing Scob.
All right, that goes down.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Well, that's a shame. All of my stuff having flying really made me feel like I had a shot in this game. It's not crazy to think that I could get it back somehow. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that because everybody on board is so threatening. When that dies, that was a zombie, so it'll trigger Undead Augur. So I will draw a card and lose a life, going to 12.
During the end of combat phase, I'm going to do the tricky thing with Yuriko, which is I will Commander Ninjutsu her out to bounce the Mistblade Shinobi back to my hand.
Smart.
Then I'll go to second main, and I will recast the Slither Blade and the Mistcloaked Herald.
Holding on for dear life.
Holding on for dear life. Ashlen, my friend, it is all you.
All right.
Enjoy.
I'm gonna tap everything and then I'll go draw my card for turn. All right, I'm going to uptick Sarkin, going to 3. I will draw a card. I will make a green mana. I'm going to play Dragon Lord's Servant.
Cheaper dragons?
Cheaper dragons. Murph and Jake are not going down without a fight. So my goal this turn is to drop as many dragons as I possibly can, because I need to get my threats back on board. And then we'll cast Klauth, Unrivaled Ancient.
Klaus is pretty bad. For one, it's a dragon with haste. That's something that I did not expect. Plus, even if we're able to block some of these dragons, she'll still get a ton of mana and be able to dump her hand and her second main. So I think Ashlen's about to go off.
And then I'm going to play Dragonborn Champion.
Nice.
That's pretty good. Move to combat.
So Ashlen and I both have Murph to worry about in this situation. One thing I can do is maybe help clear a path to make it easier and or more enticing to attack my opponent. Let's see if it works. When you move to combat, I'm gonna tap a blue and Chain of Vapor Murph's flying blocker.
My flying blocker?
Yeah.
Jake, why you gotta be the way that you are? Really wish she hadn't done that. So by bouncing my flyer, I don't have any blockers in the air, which now means that I'm a very, very appetizing target for Ashlen to attack. But thankfully, I can continue the chain if I want to, and I think I'm gonna do that. And I may choose to sacrifice a land, continue the chain. I will do so. I will sacrifice Clear Water Pathway. And I will choose to target Klauth.
So Klauth will get bounced to my hand.
Yep.
No! This is the worst possible thing that could happen right now. I really want that extra mana from my Klauth, and Murph doesn't even use his own Chain of Vapor. That means he can use it on another dragon. This makes it impossible to kill Murph this turn.
And you can cycle in to continue the chain.
So I don't think I'm going to continue that.
Okay.
So for 1 mana, I made Murph the better target to attack, which ended up bouncing one of Ashlen's most valuable creatures on her board. That's pretty good.
Murph, I'm gonna swing both Hellkite Courser and the dragon at you.
Yep.
Look, I know this attack isn't gonna kill Murph because he has that Chain of Vapor in hand, but this is going to force him to use it so that I don't have to worry about it. And then next turn, I'll be in the clear.
To not die, I will cast the Chain of Vapor I've had for a long time. So I'm gonna target the Hellkite Courser.
All right, Hellkite Courser will go back to my hand.
You wanna continue the chain?
Do I?
It's up to you.
No, I'm not gonna continue it.
So go to damage. I will take 4 from that dragon. Ew. I go to 5.
All right, that's my turn. Go ahead, Jake. Let's see what you can do.
On your end step, I'm gonna activate Crypt Breaker again. So I'll tap 3 zombies, lose a life, go into 11, and I'll draw a card. Then I will untap. This entire turn was so good for me. How did we get here? How am I untapping right now? There are only a few paths to victory left for me, but I'm wily. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna tap 6, and I'll play Lord of the Undead and Gleaming Overseer. So when Gleaming Overseer enters the battlefield, I'll amass 1. So now all my zombie tokens have Hexproof and Menace, and then Lord of the Undead gives all my other zombies +1/+1.
So I'm looking at the board here, and that Menace that's given to Jake's zombie tokens is pretty big game, because he can swing all out at me, get me down to 2. I just hope he doesn't do that.
Okay, so now my team is all pumped up, but I'm still kind of needing more answers than I have. So I'm gonna have to overextend a little bit. I'm gonna tap 3 to activate Crypt Breaker again, lose a life, draw a card, and that doesn't help at all. I'm just gonna play Talisman of Dominance.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, assert your dominance.
My only hope is that I just stay persistent as I have this whole game and survive for some weird reason. It sounds crazy, but it's happened like 5 times so far. I'm just gonna have to pass the turn again.
Am I somehow gonna get yet another turn?
It's blowing my mind.
Oh my goodness.
You were meant to die.
I was meant to die. I will draw. All right, I'll play a Silver Raven, which you knew I had. When it enters the battlefield, I will scry 1.
Nice.
Oh wow, I don't like it. To the bottom it goes. And then I'm gonna tap 1, I'm gonna activate Sensei's Divining Top.
I'm eyeballing that face of yours, Murph.
We already know Murph has got an unpenetrable face.
Yeah, I'll do it like this. Okay, so I know the top 3 cards in my deck, and surprise, they're still not very good. But also, once again, I can top in between my Yuriko triggers, so that'll let me dig 1 card deeper. Hopefully I can hit something good. So I'll go to combat. Ms. Rose, I want to attack you with the Slither Blade and the Mist Cloaked Herald.
All right, I can't block.
Cool. Before damage, I will ninjutsu the Mistblade Shinobi and return the Mist Cloaked Herald back to my hands, and then go to damage.
Yep. I take 4. Going to 16.
Misplay Shinobi will trigger. I'll return the Dragonborn Champion to your hand.
All right, it's back in my hand.
And then I have 2 Yuriko triggers. First trigger, Smoke Shroud.
I'll lose 2 and go to 8.
I'll lose 2 and go to 14.
And then in response to the other one, I will once again activate the Sensei's Divining Top.
Good luck, Murph.
Thank you. If there's any time to have good luck, now would be the time to do it. Everything rides on this.
Please whiff, please whiff, please whiff, please whiff.
Oh,
So
no.
bad. This is so bad. Put it like this, and then I'll reveal a Scroll Rack.
I'll lose 2 and go to 12.
Go to 6.
Scroll Rack goes into my hands.
Whew. Okay, we're cool.
The top cards of his deck keep betraying him. They suck.
I'll go to second main, tap 2, I'll cast Smoke Shroud, targeting Yuriko,
Nice.
giving Yuriko flying. Because flyers are pretty good in this format, as it turns out. Okay, so once again, I did not do that much damage with Yuriko, but I have 2 flying blockers. I don't have anything in my hand that I can really use to interact, but hopefully those 2 flying blockers will mean that Ashlen won't have enough damage to KO me, and I can get another turn. Then I will cast Mist Cloak Herald, and that is all I can do. Pass to you, Ashlen. Best of luck.
Thank you. Okay, so Murph has somehow managed to get a not so insignificant amount of flyers, and I still need to take out 2 people. I don't know if I can put the pieces of the puzzle together to win, but I'm gonna do my best. All right, well, first I'm going to give Sarkin another counter and draw a card. And I'm going to make a red mana. All right, I'm gonna bring him back out. Cloud Unrivaled Ancient.
Oh,
He's back.
big scary man.
Back again.
Hasty Dragon.
And then I'm going to play Hellkite Courser, bringing back out my commander.
There it is.
Oh boy.
Very nice.
Move to combat.
Yep.
Well, Jake, you're in luck because we both have a Yuriko problem.
I'm gonna live. No way.
Murph, I'm going to send Ur-Dragon, Klauth, and my dragon token at you.
Okay, this is a very scary attack. She's swinging at me with 3 really big dragons. Thankfully, I can block the 2 biggest ones, let the smallest one go through, and I'll be at 1. But if she gets anything good off of this Ur-Dragon trigger, I might just die. So hopefully nothing good from that, please.
On attacks, the Ur-Dragon will trigger, and I have 3 dragons attacking, so I will draw 3 cards, and I will put Miriam's Sentinel Worm into play.
Oh no! This card is nuts. This is like the coolest dragon in recent history. Anytime she plays a dragon, she's getting a copy of it.
Miriam is a really, really good dragon, but thankfully it doesn't add any damage to the attack, and it doesn't deal direct damage to me. So it'll suck, but I'm gonna live.
And I have 18 mana from Klauth.
Jeez.
Can I go to blocks now?
Please.
Okay. I'll block the Ur-Dragon with the Silver Raven, and I will block Klauth with Yuriko. Can I take 4?
Yep.
We both live?
Okay.
This is crazy.
This is crazy.
Well, actually,
Well, she got a whole lot left.
yeah, she got a lot left to do.
Yeah. Okay, so I survived the attack. I'm at 1, but Ashlen still has 18 mana that she has to work with. And she's been drawing a lot of cards from the Ur-Dragon, the Sarkin. She's probably about to dump her hand.
So first I'm going to play Elemental Bond.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna copy every single dragon I play and draw a card off of both of them. My plan here is to hopefully draw into something that can take both of them out. And then I'm going to play Dragon Lord Dramoka. Miriam will trigger, so I'll make a copy of Dramoka. And then those will enter the battlefield, which will trigger Elemental Bond twice, so I will draw 2 cards.
Miriam's just nuts.
So good.
So I go to draw the cards from Elemental Bond. Okay, and I think I got this. I'm going to play Dragon's Tempest.
No.
See you later, nerds.
No. I thought I was gonna get another turn. But Dragon Tempest is a way to deal direct damage to face. I have no way to interact with this. Dragon Lord Dramoka's out, so Jake has no way to interact with this. I think we're about to die.
Next, I'll play a Goldspan Dragon.
Yeah, you do.
And that will also trigger Miriam. And so I will make a copy of that.
Okay.
Woo-wee. And those will both trigger Dragon Tempest. For 9.
So we're both taking 9?
Yep.
I guess we just lose then.
It's been real, Murph. And then we die to a big dragon tempest. Good game, Ashlen.
It's Ashlen.
Okay. And then I soar my way to victory.
This is one of the tightest games of Commander that I've played in a really long time.
I think each deck played here had its own strategy. While they were all specific tribes, they were doing something completely different.
I really enjoyed playing the Yuriko deck. It was sneaky, there was a lot of cool things you could do with it.
Highly recommend anyone who's getting into this game to really give a tribal deck a try. It's a great way to get into the format.
It's really fun to play with people that I know so well. We've all been working together for like 3 years now, and being in front of the camera rather than behind is a totally different experience.
On YouTube, I think too often there's this misconception that the people in front of the camera are the only ones involved in the content.
There's so much that goes into what we do here at the Command Zone and putting on a good game of Magic.
There's VFX people, assistant editors, assistant VFX. Of course, there's set and production design. I mean, there are over 20 people on staff here at the Command Zone that make game nights possible. So we just wanted to dedicate this episode to our really hardworking crew. We hope you appreciate them as much as we did.
All right, congratulations to Ashlen with the Dragons.
I'm just so happy right now.
I think that's the third win for Dragon Tribal on game nights over the years.
Really?
Yeah, because the 2 Tiamats.
Okay.
Because of the Christmas episode, and now they're Dragon. So they have a good showing. You should be proud overall.
I should be playing more Dragon decks. So that should be doing.
Please no. Please no. Want to give a big shout out to our crew who work so hard on the show and all of our content.
They pulled it out last minute, by the way.
Yeah, because of the 40K product got delayed, we had a hole in the schedule that opened up, and we were like, well, we got to do something because we can't have 3 months go by without a game nights.
Yeah.
And so this was something we wanted to do. We wanted to let Jake and Murph get knighted because they work so hard on the show, and they should be knights.
It surprised me. I was like, they've been on the show before, right? It's like, no, they've never actually played on game night specifically.
Yeah, so now they are knights, so they get that on their resume. But yeah, they did have to do this in a much shorter time schedule just because of the delay. So yeah, just big shout out to our crew. Huge shout out, of course, to ULTRAPRO, who gives all the awesome accessories like the playmats and the deck boxes and the sleeves and everything we show off on the show. The products that Jimmy and I use to protect our own collections with. We have a lot of cards. I'm sure you're aware. We do this for a living. And that, I think that says a lot, that we trust our own stuff to ULTRAPRO because we know that their product is going to protect all of our game pieces.
Yeah, whether you're drafting, sleeving up a new Commander deck, ULTRAPRO is always there. And by the way, if you stuck around this long, guess what? They also do giveaways. That's right, we send awesome swag to lucky winners every single Game Nights episode. And so there are 3 easy, simple ways to enter, and you can enter in all 3. Here they are. Number 1, go to twitter.com, log into your Twitter account, use the hashtag GameNights, Nights with a K, and tweet a link out to this episode of the show. Say whatever you want. Put a picture on there. Just tell us your opinion about the game and how you're excited about the dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah, dragons. That will not increase your chances of winning, by the way. And then if you're on Facebook, navigate your way to our Facebook page and find the post that's sharing this video and simply tag a friend in the comments to let them know that you love dragons and maybe they love dragons too, but don't spoil it.
And that you love Game Nights.
Yeah, of course. And then the third way is on Instagram. Just use the hashtag Game Nights in your next Instagram post between now and the end of this giveaway, and you're entered. And by the way, the end of this giveaway ends exactly 1 week from the posting date of this episode. So you have that amount of time to go find one of those platforms or all 3 and enter for the giveaway.
Yeah, definitely do all 3. That does increase your chance of winning.
100%. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Whatnot and channelfirewall.com/command for also sponsoring this episode. And big thanks to everybody out there for hanging out with us and our crew. We'll be back in about a month with the Dominaria United episode.
Heck yeah. All right. See you all later.
Peace.